Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to just review the mini scale real quick. Learn just a little hint of how valuable that can be as things progress, but mostly we want to get around to learning about the fourth scale degree. And there's a lot of power with the fourth scale degree and with something we call the circle of fourths, which you're going to hear a lot about when we get to doing our well-tempered work. So let's go ahead and review the mini scale. Let's remember that a major scale has 8 notes in it. We could say 7. I'll tell you why. This is an E note, first note, second note, third note, fourth note, fifth note, sixth note, seventh note, eighth note. The reason I say you could say 7 is because this 8th note is also an E. This is an E, so is that. More about that later. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent. But let's just look at those first 3 notes of the scale. Open, whole step higher, whole step higher. And remember, think of this as a location when you play the open string. Open, whole step higher, whole step higher. 1, 2, 3. Now let's play one of our songs with the mini scale. Hot cross buns, hot cross buns. 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. Now let's just look at, and that was hot cross buns in the key of E. When the first note in the scale is an E, that means we're in the key of E. If we were to play the 5th string, that string is an A. And so if we played our major scale shape on that string, we would be playing an A major scale. Let's just look at the first 3 notes of the scale. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to play hot cross buns in the key of A. Hot cross buns, hot cross buns. 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. It seems like there's something I wanted to say just then. Key of A. Oh well, it'll come back. If we play the 4th string, that's a D note. So if we play the first 3 notes of a D major scale, 1, 2, 3, we're playing a major mini, and we can use those 3 notes to play the same song. Hot cross buns, hot cross buns. 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. That's what it was. I didn't give you a chance to play this on your own. If you want a chance to play this on your own, I'll give you a moment to pause, come back. Okay, let's move on to the 3rd string. The 3rd string open is a G. So if we play the first 3 notes of a G major scale, that's our G major mini. And if we play our song right here, we're playing hot cross buns in the key of G. Hot cross buns, hot cross buns. 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. You can use any song that uses the Mary Had a Little Lamb works too. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb. Or you can make up a song. Just play around with those 3 notes. I'll give you a moment to pause and try it. Okay, now when we play this 2nd string, let's go ahead and play starting on the 1st fret. And let's play a whole step higher and a whole step higher. And that is a major mini starting on the 1st fret. And I want you to see that it's the same relationship. The first note, 2nd note a whole step higher, 3rd note a whole step higher. And we can play the same song. Again, this is not about fingering, this is about seeing the shapes. Let's go on to the 1st string and start on the 1st fret. So if this is our first note, oh, I didn't tell you that's a C, so we just played hot cross buns in the key of C. This note here is an F. So if we go up a whole step, that's 1, 2, 3. We can play hot cross buns in the key of F. I'll pause and give you a chance to let that sink in. If you need more time to play it both ways, starting on an open string and starting on the first string, I want you to feel really comfortable with that before we move on much farther. You can definitely watch the rest of the lesson, but if you're not comfortable with what we just did, it'd be good to spend some time with it until you get comfortable. A little bit every day is the best way. So now we just got done talking about a mini scale, which uses the first 3 notes of a major scale. Let's go all the way up to the 4th note. 1, 2, 3, 4. What we're talking about now is scale degrees. First scale degree, second scale degree, third scale degree, 4th scale degree, 5th scale degree, 6th scale degree, 7th scale degree, 8th scale degree. Okay. I want to make sure you don't get confused, because when we start talking about these numbers and relationships, sometimes we're talking about scale degrees, which is what we just did, and you might hear people talking about the 1 chord or the 4 chord. That's related, but it's a little different. So this note, for example, let's find our 4th again. We're not worried about the name of it yet. First note, open. Second note, third note, 4th note. If we made a chord that was named after this 4th note, then it would be a 4 chord. But we'll come back to that. I just want to make sure you know today when I say a 4th, I'm talking about the scale degree. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm talking about that note, not a chord. So let's start on our open E string, and let's find our 4th scale degree. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there, I'm on the 5th fret, see? That's our 4th scale degree. Now let's listen to what it sounds like if we play the first note, the 1st scale degree, or we can just call that the 1 and the 4. 1, 4, 1, 4, 4, 4. It might sound like a familiar tune. Here comes the bride. We're going to use that little relationship a lot. And in the next lesson, we'll start to see where the magic happens with this relationship. Now, some of you may already know that this note right here, if you tune your guitar the old-fashioned way, I'm squeezing 5th. Now we can talk about fret number. 6th string, 5th fret. Should sound the same as your 5th string open. Let's make sure we've got that 6th string here on the 5th fret. I'm going to get where you can see both hands. I'm playing the 6th string. Now I'm going to play the 5th string open. Same note, really important. 6th string, 5th fret. That is why when we tune our guitar the old-fashioned way without an electric tuner, we listen to the pitch right here, and then we make the 5th string sound just like it. And this is so we can say, here's our first note. Open E string. Think of this location. Open E string. And if we play the 4th, it's right there. Here comes the bride. But listen to this. Look, no hands. Here comes the bride. We have the same relationship between this string and this string. Bum, ba, ba, ba. We're going to use the heck out of this knowledge. So let's remember this spot is called the 4th. 1, 4. watch. 1, 4. So this is the fourth. So is that. Okay? It's really important to know that that relationship is in two different places. Okay? So we can play a fourth by going all on one string, open, fourth, or that is why people say the guitar is tuned in fourths, because if you start with your sixth string, then the next string is a fourth higher. Now let's focus in on the fifth string. Let's find, if you need time to let that sink in, pause and come back. We're going to do the same thing on the fifth string though. So fifth string, let's find the fourth note of that scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we are again in the same spot. 1, 4, 4, 4. Here comes the bride in a new key. And just like before, we could also just go to the next string. So we have the fourth here. Here comes the bride. And we also have it here. So knowing that you have a choice is really important in really understanding the guitar and being able to play and feel free, actually. Let's visit the third string now. And let's play Here Comes the Bride on the third string. In the same location. That's my fourth note of the scale. Here comes the bride. But something didn't sound right. So this is the tricky part. The relationship of these two strings, the third string and the second string, it's not a fourth, it's a third. And we'll go into it more later, but the way to fix that, if we want to find the fourth, is we're going to have to use this first fret. So listen to this. I'm playing the third string open. There's my fourth. Here comes the bride. And now I'm going to play the third string open, second string, first fret. Here comes the bride. Okay, some people call that the second string bump, which we can go in later. I think that's a good expression. And then let's stay on this note and find a fourth higher. It's going to be right there. If we're starting on the first fret, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes the bride. Or we could play them both here on the first fret. Here comes the bride. I'm squeezing both strings with my index finger. You can move it though. You can play Here Comes the Bride. So we're almost going to run out of time. So we need to wrap this up for today. More important stuff about fourths next time. I just really want you to see how magic it is. Or I'm going to play you some music, and you're going to see how magic it is in the music. If you have any trouble understanding what we just did, don't worry about it. We're going to revisit it lots and lots of times, and it will eventually become second nature to you and help you a lot with your guitar progress. So see you next time. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.